I'm Jill Conoco, and today I'm here with Coach Diaz, the new head coach for Mahwah football. So, Coach Diaz, before the interview, I discovered that you've had a big past here at Mahwah with being a student.
Yep.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. When I got here in 1997, Coach Remo was it was his first year as head football coach here, and we were in a new league. We were in called the NBIL back then, and it was a very strong league. And I was a freshman, played for Coach Remo. He was also my phys ed and driver ed teacher, so I had good memories of Mahwah High School. And then a few years after graduating, I came back as a volunteer assistant and started helping him coach, and here we are.
And how has the transition been from being the defensive coordinator to now being the head coach?
It's good. You know, I had a great mentor in Coach Remo to learn from, so I've just been trying to do a lot of the same things that he's been doing over the years to keep us kind of on track to doing the same things we've been doing, and he's been a big help. So, you know, it's been a smooth transition.
What are the main roles Coach Remo has played in your coaching career?
Well, I mean, you know, you can't learn how to do the job of a head coach without, you know, seeing it done in front of you day in, day out. So, you know, just seeing how he dealt with problems from day to day, you know, when things come up in school and in the lives of your players, you know, how you manage those things along with football. You know, those are some of the lessons that, you know, I learned watching him do it, and being able to see him, how he dealt with parents, how he dealt with administration, how he dealt with everything. You know, those things go beyond football, so that was a big help, being able to see him do that on a day-to-day basis.
So I'm here with Coach Remo to get a little bit of insight about Coach Diaz's career. What role has Coach Diaz played in your coaching career?
Coach Diaz has been very instrumental in the success that we've had over the past 14, 15 years together. I believe he was one of the best defensive coordinators in Bergen County, and I think he's going to do a great job as a head coach.
What are your expectations of him with the upcoming season?
I think he's going to do a great job. I mean, we play a pretty tough schedule, and I anticipate him at least making the state playoffs again.
Obviously, Coach Remo is one of Mahwah's best coaches, with being the head coach for our back-to-back state championships. How do you continue to keep the winning tradition of Mahwah football?
Well, like you said, that's the key word, is tradition. You know, it's almost becomes like culture. You know, the way you do things, and like I said, you know, we're not trying to. We've been here for the last 15 years, right alongside Coach. So we're not trying to change much. You know, we're trying to just continue the same things that got us here to win all those games. Trying to keep that, you know, that culture going in our locker room and in our program with the kids, with some of the younger kids coming up. So you know, it's not really trying to do it my way in a sense. It's really just trying to do it the way it's been done. You know, here before Coach Remo with Ed Caparelli. I mean, he won a lot of games here, and Coach Remo won a lot of games here. So we're just trying to keep that winning tradition going the way it's been done in the past, basically.
What are the pressures of filling such a big role after Remo's retirement?
The challenge, I don't want to say the pressure, the challenge is just getting some of these younger guys who have very little varsity experience to be playing at a high level in a short amount of time. So that's a challenge. But it's not, I wouldn't call it pressure, I would call it a challenge. It's exciting to see these guys getting better and better and better every single day in practice and in the games. So, you know, like I said, that's the challenge, and we're excited for the task. You know, we're excited about it, and we know we have a high ceiling for improvement that we can continue to get closer to, and it's just how fast can we get there. That's it, how fast can we get there in the amount of time. So that's what we're excited about right now.
What are some interesting or funny stories that you have from coaching Mahwah football in your past?
Funny stories? Well, we have a lot. So this is a good one. We had a kid, not gonna say his name on camera, but he was the type of kid that kind of just wanted to be part of the team. He really wasn't a football player, so to speak. You know, we never really turned the kid away. If he said he wanted to play football and he showed up and he did the work, he was on the team. He was part of the team. So but just watching him play and being around him day in, day out, you knew he wasn't really into it. It wasn't his thing, but he came and so he was actually part of the student council, I think it was. And I want to say we were playing Bergenfield High School on a Saturday afternoon here. We come in at halftime, and Coach Remo speaks to the team, and we come back out, and our assistant coaches are up in the press box looking down, and we're getting ready for halftime kickoff, a second half kickoff. And they look down and they say, "Is that so-and-so in the bleachers selling hot dogs?" So apparently he had taken his gear off after the halftime speech and just said, "The heck with this. I'm going to go sell hot dogs for the student council during halftime and in the second half." So he's got the boxes and he's selling hot dogs for the student council right before kickoff. I thought one of our assistant coaches was going to fall out of the press box laughing so hard because that was pretty. So coaches and the players didn't know, but the coaches turned around and we looked up and were like, "Are you kidding me?" That was pretty funny at the time.
Having a wife and 2 kids at home, how does your football career affect your family life?
Well, my she's an incredible mom and great woman, and she does a great job with the boys when I'm at school and when I get home late from practice and games and stuff. So she tries to do the best she can to make it work with the crazy schedule and try to make it as normal as it can be with the way it is. Some days we sit down and eat dinner as a family. Some days we don't. We try to give the kids Sundays off, and Sundays we go to church as a family. We sit down and have a meal as a family. But for the most part, we try to keep it as normal as it can be. It's not like I'm traveling like some of these coaches. Like in the NFL, they're traveling to other cities, week in, week out. So we're busy, but we still see each other. And I definitely couldn't do it without her, though. Without my wife, we wouldn't have been able to be doing this because she definitely gets it done on the home front while we're here working hard on the football field.
The current record for the football team this season is 1-1. How do you plan to go forward with the season?
Well, we want to try to preach to our players that basically every single week, we have to treat it like it's a playoff game. It's all that the games in the past don't matter, and the games laying in front of us in the future on our schedule don't matter. All that matters is this week that we have in front of us right now and who we're trying to get ready for. So this week's Dumont, so that's all we're worried about. We're not worried about anybody else except Dumont and try to win that game. And the goal is just to get a little bit better than you were last week. So if we can be better than we were last week, we won last week, but it wasn't by much, but we won it. But we want to be better this week. And if we can just continue to get better each week, by the time November comes around, we should be where we want to be for the most part.